welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. This is a collective reading. I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot and the Yin Yang Oracle today. We're going to use the Yin Yang for verifying the tarot energies. So I'm thinking 8 cards each. We'll see. Here we go. Alright, how's everyone feeling? It's Wednesday where I am. You may be seeing this not on a Wednesday. That's cool. What energies are we needing to analyze as a collective? I know my lighting sucks, which is kind of upsetting because you can't see my full outfit. Ooh, the Hierophant, the 9 of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. The Moon, the 2 of Cups, the Empress, and the 9 of Pentacles. One more. Last card. One more. The World really wants to come out, but it hasn't popped up. That's too many. I'm gonna take the 8 of Swords because it is the only one that flew out upright. So, not like upright, I mean like picture card facing up. Okay, that's 8 cards. I think we should go ahead and get the yin yang out as well, and then I will see the relationship between everything. This isn't bad. There are challenges, but it's not bad. I tried to dry my bangs last night. I know you guys are sick of hearing me talk about my bangs. Perhaps. I'm sick of talking about them. Maybe that was just a projection. Maybe you love it when I talk about my bangs. But they are getting longer, and I tried drying them and keeping them out of my braid, and I still hate them. Alright. Hate is a strong word, but I dislike them. Alright, here we go. We have Autumn Harvest, which is where we are here in the Northern Hemisphere. We have forming solid structure or foundation. Oh, this looks exactly like that reading I just did. Summer growth, transformation, dreams and messages, air energy, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you want to talk about zodiac, we don't do like intense ass delusional love readings over here. So just because air energy came out does not mean that an air sign that you're talking to is your soulmate. Okay, calm down. Air energy has a lot of other qualities. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. Separation and longing also came out, and the last one. These are 2. Epiphany, breakthrough, and third eye clarity. But I'm putting third eye clarity back. Well, I'll keep it up. Whatever. 9. Okay. Alright, that was fun. Now I have this mess. Let me... Alright. We have a story here. Yes, this is important to be here. Okay. Let me just organize. What are you telling yourself every time something challenging comes up or you are faced with some sort of option or decision? What are you telling yourself about that moment? Are you limiting yourself because of a past situation? Are you saying, oh, that's not possible. There's some sort of limitation here when you're being presented with options that you're doing to yourself. The Eight of Swords is this mental bondage. Again, so what my question was what are you telling yourself when situations arise for you, either as an option or as a opportunity, which aren't necessarily the same thing. They can be. But what are you holding yourself, what are you holding yourself back from? There's some sort of, or maybe this is past energy. Maybe this was a pattern for you in the past. Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords are very much self-imposed bondage, staying in a victim mentality, maybe being ruled by some sort of fear or shame or guilt, or some other shadow aspect. But I really feel like there's something that when things are presented to you, you either don't find yourself worthy of that, or you tell yourself that's not a possibility for yourself, or you don't have enough self-worth to accept whatever that option and opportunity is. This could be your present energy, or this could be energy from the past. It's different for everyone. But think about that. Think about when presented with options, how do you respond? And maybe get to ask yourself a couple questions about why you respond that way. We do have the moon. We have the moon, which is about kind of acknowledging our shadow, allowing ourselves to be held in our own truth, regardless of if others deem that as good or bad, right? So what is your truth? A lot of things for us as adults, when we do find ourselves feeling some sort of self-worth issue, there may be younger people watching. I don't mean to, adults are very unhealed, so if you are a younger person watching, I'm not trying to cut you out of this. You're allowed to be here as well. I'm not an ageist. I think people experience all sorts of things at different ages, so I apologize. But I think this moon card is Pisces energy, and Pisces energy is about depth. It's about other realms. It's about spiritual, whatever, your path. And allowing yourself to not only go deep within your own truth, to kind of figure out why you get in your own way, because that's what the Seven of Cups, Eight of Swords, and Nine of Wands together is speaking about. It's speaking about some sort of limitation, which I think I've hit home. But the moon energy is inviting you to really do that inner work to figure out the why, okay? And maybe you know the why, but it's something that you're not quite, you haven't quite liberated yourself from. Sometimes people know the why and they like to stay in that victim mentality and continuously blame others for that why. Usually, if it is some sort of trauma involved, yes, there were other people involved, but as people, it's our responsibility to grow from that trauma, right? Instead of either turning around and doing it to someone else, or continuing it, allowing it to continue to be done to us by our own volition, right? Staying in a victim mentality, staying in a lack mentality. It's hard to get out of that space, but if you're feeling that low, within that, there's a lot of things that you can do to raise your vibration. And I'm not trying to tell you to be all love and light, because that is negligent to shadow energy. Integrating your own shadow is recognizing what has happened or what you have done, and accepting yourself, forgiving the others that were involved, just so that you don't have to carry the weight of that anymore. I'm not quite to a point of forgiveness because I haven't received my justice yet. So perhaps that's you as well. I think the term forgive but never forget is quite important. Meaning, don't allow someone to continue doing something to you, but you yourself also need to stop putting yourself through something continuously, right? The situation appears to be over, but it continues to come back to you every time something is presented. You're still punishing yourself for whatever that was, right? So the moon energy is going to invite that that energy to be healed, to be removed, so that you can come into this space of really allowing yourself to form a fucking solid structure, or a foundation for yourself, whatever that looks like, right? Oh, I like mixing these two together. We do have the Empress card here. This is like Mama Earth energy. This is like divine feminine energy, nurture, creation, not just human creation, but creation with, your skills, your abilities, the things that drive you, right? With this Empress energy, you may be getting, coming from a Eight of Swords energy, Nine of Wands energy into an Empress energy, you're either in the process of doing shadow work, which if you're over on my channel, you are more than likely in this process. We talk about shadow work every day. But what is it that you want to see in this world? What change do you want to be for the world? And you're being supported in that. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Being resourceful, being able to work for yourselves. The Nine of Pentacles is like a solid foundation, right? Which is what we were just talking about. The Eight of Pentacles, the card right before this, is very much blinders on, head down, working. So the Nine of Pentacles is more of this harvest energy, which you can really see. If you look, she has a bunch of dried herb bundles, and the pentacles represent that's abundance, right? So a harvest. I actually just put this cute little, we bought a bunch of pumpkins, and Niall's been obsessed with like different produce, so I got him some corn to explore, and then those dried flowers that I put out on the Pisces full moon. So we have this cute little like harvest porch set up. We're not bougie, we're not in a subdivision or an HOA. It's not a lot, but it's cute for us. So whatever harvest, I don't know why I felt called to share that, but like whatever harvest you have, whatever abundance you have, really acknowledging that, oh my gosh, maybe you're not where you want to be, but allowing yourself to recognize you're not where you used to be, right? Allowing yourself to see your growth, okay? And this growth is coming through as this journey into your own consciousness. The Hierophant is very much that. It's this elevated thinking. It's the allowing of the universe or whatever it is you believe to guide you. It's allowing yourself to trust yourself, trust your path, trust your passions, trust your skills, which is a very like 180 energy from Seven of Cups, Eight of Swords, and Nine of Wands. I feel like this is someone who got sick of their own bullshit. Myself included. I do this often. You're like, I literally cannot do this anymore, because coming out with the Hierophant, we have this transformation, third eye clarity, and epiphany and breakthrough. So it's kind of like, it feels like someone who's like, enough is enough. I'm not going to
I'm not going to repeat these cycles of lack of victim. I'm going to allow the past to inform my decision making, but not be like not cock block my dreams, right? Like not get in the way of what I want. Sorry, I'm millennial or vulgar. Actually, it's probably just me. We do have air energy coming out. Air energy can be aloof, can be wispy, or it could just be maybe you're trying to quit smoking and maybe you're literally gasping for air. Whatever air energy is for you, again, don't assign this to a person in your life. It's not the vibe of this reading. But air energy has these qualities of allowing things to just be, right? Allowing things to just whatever, right? It is what it is kind of thinking. So perhaps that's where you're getting to this point of like, I'm so sick of my own bullshit. I'm so sick of none of these ever playing out because I get in my own way. Like, you have options, you have opportunity. I mean, you have 7 different things to choose from, but there was some sort of repetitive self-sabotage that caused you to it seems like that self-sabotage was a catalyst for you to, if this hasn't happened, then this could be the process that you're in. This is a catalyst to get you to think about how you move, the way that you make decisions, why you're doing the things you're doing, why you're stuck in these cycles, right? And that's part of this enlightenment. I mean, that's part of the growth, right? The Empress doesn't wake up this, pregnant with the world, right? This is a progression, it's a process. Gestation is the word for pregnancy. There's a period in which you may be, maybe you've withdrawn from people, maybe you're taking inventory, maybe you're just doing shadow work, or maybe you're just looking around you at this world and you're like, this isn't it. What am I doing that's causing some of this to happen, right? What could I be doing to bring resolution instead of conflict in your own life and, at a greater scale? We do have messages in dreams. So allow yourself to be guided by whatever it is you believe in. Maybe start a dream journal. It's just where you jot down certain symbols or themes or, experiences that you have in your dreams if you have the ability to dream. A lot of people don't. It could even be if you don't have the ability to dream. This is interesting. I'm getting, perhaps you wake up in a certain kind of mood or feeling a certain way or with something on your mind. That doesn't necessarily mean it was a dream, but it's giving you like that, it's like a starting point. Like you're starting your day with some sort of insight. So maybe that's it too. All right. We do have separation and longing and the 2 of Cups. So there could be some sort of relationship. I don't want to put romance on this, but there could be, maybe there's this, I know I myself am seeking like-minded folks community. I miss having friends. Like, I miss the way it was when I was growing up. Like, just come over here, I'm gonna do my thing and you can do your thing. Like, very parallel play. Like, I don't know, maybe there is some sort of relationship in your life and you guys are not talking, or maybe you are just seeking camaraderie. I can't say that word. Maybe you're seeking community or friendship, and you're kind of in that space. And this very well, this separation and longing could be this feeling that may be causing some of this getting wishy-washy, indecision, inability to make a decision, I guess, right? So I don't want to put love on this. This is very much a reading about self-imposed bondage and how to allow ourselves to get through that. so that we can build with like-minded people. Two of Cups is very much a love energy, so it could be love for you. This is a collective reading. Take it how it fits, okay? I'm not saying anything else about that. Alright, hang on. Let me get you a couple of these to leave you on a high note. I think allowing this process is important. Don't get down on yourself for being in this process. This is very much common. It's common to have things resurface. It's common to have fear or hesitancy about things that may change your life. So take a deep dive and figure out what changes you're willing to accept for your life, right? Are you willing to move? Are you willing to live with someone? Are you willing to do a different career? Are you willing to, what are you willing to do? And what are you not willing to do? And allowing yourself to be an active participant in your own life, right? Allowing yourself to really transform as things are coming, as things are presented, and continuing to work on whatever it is that you want. With this moon card, again with the Pisces energy and what I just said about allowing things, I'm getting waves in rhythmic cycles, if you stand at the edge of the ocean and, where the land and the ocean meet, the beach, if you stand there and you allow yourself to breathe with the waves, and maybe that's what this air energy is about. Maybe it's about finding your breath. We do have the ocean here with growth as well, and forming a solid foundation. There's a lot of water energy represented in these cards. So if you can get to an ocean or some sort of large body of water, highly recommend, just for the sake, oh wow, coming through again, venture. Boats in the harbor are safe, but that's not what they're for. So again, allowing yourself to flow very much. Boats in the harbor are safe, but that's not what they're for. It's interesting too, because in this main energy for the reading, he has his back to the ocean. So allowing yourself to, like, symbolically, if this is your process of like going within and healing, and that's the ocean. I mean, it's a body of water. We don't know if it's the ocean, but anyway. Pisces represents the ocean, but allowing yourself to be held by this, right? So instead of looking outside of yourself for clarity on what you want in your life or what you are trying to do, that saying about like not taking advice from people that like you wouldn't want the life of, right? So like stop asking everyone else. Maybe this isn't even about decisions. Maybe this is about other people's projections on you, certain obligations or traditions, right? And allowing yourself to put your own journey on the back burner to appease all of these other energies. So I don't know, it could be that too, because it's safe, right? Even if it's uncomfortable, at least it's familiar, right? Which has been coming through a lot lately. There's a very much push and pull energy between the South and North Node. The South Node is in Virgo until summer of this year, or of 2026. And the North Node is in Pisces. And Pisces is, the North Node is about stepping into your cosmic purpose, right? Which is what this reading has been about. Stepping into your purpose, understanding your role, allowing yourself to make it a physical reality. Whereas the South Node is about staying in your comfort zone. Because, yeah, it might be uncomfortable, but it's familiar, right? Rising. The night is so long, but just when you give up hope, the sun rises. Okay. And the sun is rising on that Epiphany Breakthrough card. And over here with growth, okay? As we're alive, we are always growing, okay? We're like the trees, we grow always and always, as in the timing, okay? So allow that, as you're alive, allow yourself to continue, you know, again, you may not be where you want to be, but maybe you're not where you used to be. And allowing that to be okay, right? Allowing the process to take place. And acknowledging yourself, giving yourself the credit you deserve, nurturing yourself as you move through this. I liked this reading. This was sweet. Have a good one.